Greetings, Winject community. This is Angelo Sisco coming live from San Clemente, Alpha Hippie HQ in California. I wanted to start off today. I didn't want to go full 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲 Independence Day speech. I've been practicing that for the real day of 4th of July. Yet this Sunday is July 4th. And like in the movie Independence Day, this is no longer to me just going to be an American holiday. This is a real chance for everyone all over the world to really step into independence. And for me, Independence Day and being independent is much more than just a government issue or challenge. It's more a state of mind. And so I encourage everyone this Sunday, no matter where you are around the world, to celebrate and really step into this idea of being independent, having an independent mind, and also, too, the root of independence is that a desire to take responsibility for your own life and not allowing it to be in the hands of someone else. And that's the fundamentals of what America was founded on, and that was in the pursuit of happiness. And I still really believe that in my heart. That's tried and true. The recipe for happiness is to be an independent person that could take responsibility for their own state of being, whether that be mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual, and not wish it to be in someone else's hands. And I imagine after the year or two that we've all had on some level, no matter where we are in this world, feeling a little bit more of that and us being unified on a day energetically, that the world could really, come around and really stand behind is going to be a very powerful day. And so I wish you all, no matter where you're getting this, a day of independence, responsibility, and reflection and gratitude, because we are here. And no matter where you are, no matter what side of the argument or stance you take on where this last 2 years is, we're all here together on planet Earth, and I trust that deep down, the people really want to be independent and enjoy a beautiful life, doing what fulfills their hearts and souls. And that always will stem from love, from good people like us and everyone that's taking this in. Without further ado, without getting so mushy, and like I said, 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲 Independence Day, those of you that know what I'm talking about, we will not go quietly into the night. Let's get into our topic of the week, morning routines. I realized that we titled this routines because this is how most people understand it. Yet here's the thing about the word routine that I really want to distinguish on and even encourage everyone to get a new understanding, or possibly use a different word that I like to use. Routines are great if you are learning something or wishing to acquire a certain skill, right? You follow a routine until you are able to create your own ritual. And here's why I say, I'm going to repeat this one more time. You follow a routine long enough to learn it, to create your own ritual. So I don't call what I do in the morning a routine. I call it a ritual. And the reason why is routine often can leave you and me in a feeling if we're good or bad. And to me, that is the worst place I want to be starting my morning, is knowing if I'm a good boy or a bad boy, or a good girl or a bad girl, based on if I did a certain amount of things in a certain order and all that stuff. Because that is the exact opposite outcome that I believe a morning routine and or ritual should actually be giving. So first, before I go into what really could make up a really good morning routine or ritual, I want to talk about the desired outcome of this ritual. And then we'll back end into it. And I imagine that once I give you guys the real outcome of your morning ritual, the desired outcome, the backing in or application is merely going to be suggestions, and it's going to be up for you to create your own. And also, too, give you the liberty to free flow, because also some of you out there may have a child. Some of you out there may not be at home this week. Some of you out there are traveling next week. So having this idea of an overstructured routine is more than likely why you can't adhere to something long term. Yet if you knew the outcome of the ritual, you could change the how at any time. And so being flexible with the routine, as long as you know what the ritual is and the outcome that you desire, that is what really helps us set apart if you need an hour or two, or if you can only find 10 minutes. So, what is the desired outcome of a morning routine or ritual, you're wondering? Here's how I look at it. Life is a game. And let's just say when it comes to life, life is a poker game. So imagine that life is a poker game that you get to play every day with people that you love, people that are your friends, people that you know about and care about, okay? Now, the whole point of the morning routine is, the morning ritual is, the desired outcome is to finish the game knowing that you're up money. So let's just call it $100. To leave your house or enter into your work day or, whatever way, knowing that in your pocket you have $100. Okay, that's the thing. That's all we want when we leave this morning routine, to know that we're up $100 on the poker game of life. Now, you look around at the poker table, you're up $100. So think about that. You went through your morning routine, you're up $100. Now the rest of the day, you look at everyone that you encounter, your partner, your children, that work email, that other person that cut you off, that's asking you for something, whatever it is, as someone that you know and love and care about, a friend at the poker table. So if I'm playing poker with my friends and I'm up $100 and everyone else at the table isn't really doing well, I don't just get up and leave, right? What do? You know Jimmy's got a mortgage to pay, so maybe you stick around a couple extra hands, have some fun, and you lose $10, $15 to Jimmy. And then Frank, that guy's always behind on his car payment, whatever. You lose $10 to him that day. Okay, you give it back. Then, Tom's a really swell guy, but he already bet the money. He lost the money on the basketball game that he was supposed to use to take his kid to Disneyland. So you throw him another 20, whatever. But you're playing with house money. You're up $100. So by the time you get home at the end of the day, sure, you gave some money away, but it wasn't your money. That's what a good morning routine should feel like, because then when you come home at the day and you're up $50, you won $50 playing poker, it was because you had a good morning ritual that got you up $100. So at the end of the day, when there's nothing less to take it away, you still didn't take away yourself, because more than likely that's what you're really stressed about. You haven't set yourself up in a way that the world, you're playing with house money. That's what morning routines and rituals should help you feel like. The rest of the day is that you're playing with house money, free money, that even if you gave it all away, you're not in debt. Most of you have a morning routine that either you can't adhere, you don't have one, or, like I said, is deconstructive, messes with your brain, and you're already out money. Now, you're sticking around at the game, and now you're chasing it like those other guys, and the ones that are chasing it and then wind up usually as the loser, don't they? So that's the outcome. How can you feel like you're up $100 in the poker game of life? Whatever that is, whatever will get you there that day, that's the best morning routine there is on planet Earth. I encourage you to not allow what I'm about to say further to be the right way. This is a simple formula that I follow, that I suggest to the men in my program that follow, and anyone that follows Alpha Hippie. Yet the outcome of the morning ritual is to feel that you're up $100 on the poker game of life. Okay? And I got news for you. Sometimes that means sleeping in a day. I said it. Sometimes you sleep in. Sometimes it's not about going to that 5 a.m. workout. Sometimes the best thing for your morning ritual is to get up, grab your kids, and go lay back in bed with them. That is a better morning ritual than sometimes just going to beat yourself up in a workout. So knowing that allows you to have more freedom and more harmony. Now, this is also not an excuse, though, if you've been a bust down your whole life, just lay on your ass in your bed. We're not about that either. Some of you may need a little bit harder routine and know the difference. But I'm almost a 40-year-old man that has done the hard routine and beaten himself over the head enough to know when I just don't need to keep beating myself. Yet, I really trust if you have not done it, you need to go beat yourself over the head a little while to really experience the difference and know what nuance you really need. Without further ado, here's a simple formula for a good morning ritual. Number 1, physical dumping. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, go to the bathroom, right? We need to release physically. Okay, go wake up, go pee, go poop, whatever you call it. Hopefully you got a bidet. Next, you do a mental dump. That could be journaling. I have no preference on how anyone journals. You like the 5-minute journal, the 12-minute journal. Who knows how many minute journals? You want to scribble on sheets of paper and just do subconscious downloads. You want to follow this one. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that same way that you go to the bathroom, the same way as you release the mental mind thoughts. You give yourself a physical dump and a mind dump. So now that my physical has space and my mind has space, now you want to connect these two. The best way to connect the body and the brain is some sort of breathing, conscious breathing. Now, do I like Wim Hof? Yes. Do I like box breathing? Sure. Do I just like sitting there sometimes if I got 2 minutes and just breathing in and out of my nose and becoming aware of my breath? Yes. Whatever breathing you like that could connect these two, do it. Does it need to be the perfect setting, you in this position, all that stuff? It's unnecessary. Okay? All that's necessary is that you connected the two. Now, the last part of the formula is some sort of physical movement. Now, what I mean by that is now that you've connected the mind and the body, now it's time to move them and be connected with them. So, some people may have an opportunity to go for a walk. Some of you may go to a workout class. Some of you may, whatever it is. What I like to do, if I have absolutely no time, is I do some simple yoga poses. It's called a sun A salutation. You reach up, you lean over, back bend, fold down, a little upward dog, a little downward dog. I do 3 to 5 of those, and that could count there. If you don't know those yoga poses, go on YouTube and type in 5 minutes of stretching. Whatever that is, just go do it. Okay? Anything to move your body, because it's connected now, and there should be less chatter, right? So, morning routine, good boy or bad boy, we only want a routine long enough to know the basic fundamentals and that we could show up every or consecutively to do it. Let's shift routine to ritual. Now that we learn the outcome, we want to be up $100 in the poker game of life so we could give the chips away and not feel bad all day, because then no one's a problem. Everyone's just a friend. You see how I changed that lens? So that nagging email or that boss you hate, all of a sudden isn't that person, because they're just your friend in the poker game of life. And you're giving them a 20 because you know that they got kids to feed and it's Taco Tuesday. Whatever. You guys get it? Now the formula, the morning routine, morning ritual formula. PD, physical dump. MD, mental dump. Mind-body connection plus physical movement is a beautiful morning ritual. So for me today, I went to the washroom. I did a journal. I do a subconscious kind of just write out journal. I write a prayer to the divine spirit, and then I have a series of affirmations, 2 or 3 right now that I'm using. I recite the prayer. I recite the affirmations looking in the mirror with some deep breaths. Then I went and took a yoga class. After yoga, I did a 25-minute sauna at around 2:10 to 2:15, and then I take an all-cold shower. I take a bit more time or more intentional time in the morning because it's something that's really important for me. It took me years to be able to create a 2 or 3 hour morning because I'm also not one of those people that likes to get up at 4 a.m. And so your routine and ritual will evolve just like you in your life. And are there days when I don't have that 2 hours? Absolutely. Are there days when I've had people in town for 2 weeks, haven't had great sleep? My son was up sick last night, and the best thing that I could do is sleep in an extra hour so I could take care of better duties, responsibilities, and commitments, knowing that I gave myself an hour of sleep and didn't need to go get up and do something. Yes, I'm mature enough to give myself grace 1 day, 1 or 2 days and 3 days and not feel that I need to belittle myself the rest of the day. That's where I'm at in this game. The most important thing, guys, like I said, is this isn't about good or bad. It's about setting yourself up and giving yourself whatever practice you need. So by the time you get out to this world, you're up $100 in the poker game of life. Winject community, please feel free to message us if you have any questions at any time. It's absolutely my pleasure to help you all as a community and on an individual level. And I wish all of you a beautiful Independence Day and a collection of us coming together this Sunday, because we are all here on this planet and we all have so much to give each other. Much love and independence to everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for your time and attention. It means so much to us. Alpha Hippie, out.
This broadcast is brought to you by Winject Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.